health. Direct motion. My name is Vanessa. If you're new here, I'm an astrologer. I'm a personal astrologer, and I help people to understand themselves better by using their own birth chart and personal astrology as a self-discovery tool. So if you're into that, you're in the right place. This is, a representation of a chart, hand drawn as you just witnessed. What I want to talk about in this video. One thing, real quick, that I've got to add to this is that as you're watching for your house here, depending on which house you have Piscean energy in, I want you to remember that we are talking about actually two things in this video that have happened together, okay? So the first one being, yes, the North Node is mostly what I'm talking about in this entire video, okay? And so if you have this Pisces energy in one of these houses, when you watch that video on that house specifically, because that's the house you have Pisces in your chart, okay? When you're watching that, keep in mind that I am talking about the North Node, like that soul's higher calling energy coming in and guiding you into an evolution, if you will, in that area of your life currently. But also what I am talking about here too is that we did just have that Mercury retrograde through Pisces, and Pisces is moving back through its shadow phase right now. So even though no one's saying, oh yeah, Mercury's retrograde anymore, because it's not, it has moved out of the retrograde motion. I am here to help people understand that there's still a third and final phase of the retrograde, and that is that post-shadow phase. So when you watch this video, keep in mind North Node themes, so your soul evolution, but also Mercury themes, because Mercury has been hanging out in Pisces for a while now, like since February 6th of 2026, if you're watching this in the next month or two, okay? So there have been a lot of backwards and forward motion with Mercury, the planet of communication, moving through this very spiritual, ethereal, gentle, sensitive, incredible sign, Pisces, that the North Node's also going over. So there's a lot of communication, very potent, but it's going to be more spiritual and it's going to be harder to hear. And that's why I'm here, is to help you to hear it. So I can highlight it and be like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? So keep that in mind as you watch your house with Pisces energy in it. And I hope this finds very well and enjoy. Enjoy! Okay. Hi. Welcome back. So, what's... It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Not the prettiest, but
Fine. Okay? Let's do it together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Direct motion. My name is Vanessa. If you're new here, I'm an astrologer. I'm a personal astrologer, and I help people to understand themselves better by using their own birth chart and personal astrology as a self-discovery tool. So if you're into that, you're in the right place. This is, a representation of a chart, hand drawn as you just witnessed. What I want to talk about in this video.
We have the North Node in Pisces. The North Node is going to always indicate where the collective's evolution from a soul perspective is going or unfolding. The
North Node is your North Star. It's your compass point, like that true north, that direction that you're supposed to go into. So the South Node shows us, yes, our karma, our past lives. It also shows us people or energies that we dealt with a lot, and it also shows mastery. So currently for everybody, and this will be the case through August of 2026, it'll be sometime towards the middle end of August that the North Node shifts into Aquarius, which is really going to emphasize that Aquarius age or age of Aquarius that we've been stepping into. So the fact that we have the North Node in Pisces for the next few months means that there's still going to be intuitive insights. There are still going to be higher callings that you could be stepping into that would be in the Piscean theme. So spirituality, artistry, or becoming more creative and artistic, working with your imagination more, working with plants and animals more, working with crystals more, working with that 5D, spirituality, the soul. There's a lot of Piscean symbolism. So marinate in that, do a little research, look more into Pisces and what Pisces energy encompasses, because there's so much to it that I can't just say in one short video, okay? In this video, what I want to do is give you an idea of how the Piscean North Node energy could very specifically be presenting itself for you. Okay? So you're going to need to know your chart, or at least to look it up in this case. And you'll need to find out which house Pisces rules in your chart. So in this video, I am going to break down if you have this Piscean North Node, or if you have North Node in Pisces, then this is a very auspicious time for you. But it won't necessarily always feel auspicious, because when you go towards that North Node, it's an area that your soul doesn't have as much experience in, so it can feel unfamiliar. It can feel a little intimidating, a little scary, because it's unknown. So when you look up your chart, find out where Pisces rules, okay? And because we are in the last 6 months or so of this transit, you're going to really specifically be looking at the degrees of 0 to 8 degrees Pisces, okay? And we want to see which house in your chart has those degrees, or is it split between two houses? Like you have 8 through 15 degrees in one house of Pisces, and the 15 through 22 degrees is in the next house. Something like that. I don't even know if mirror image, the way I did it, makes sense because of retrograde motion and direct motion, but it doesn't matter. As long as you just follow what we're going to be talking about here, okay? So, with that said, let's talk about this. Let's say that you have Pisces energy in your first house, and that's where this North Node is going to be spending a lot of time over the next few months, and has already been spending the past year or so in this house of yours, okay? If it's in the first house, then what this is doing, and most likely you're a Pisces rising, okay? If this energy is in your first house, then this means that you, as an individual, would already carry a lot of Piscean energy in how you present as like yourself. So that means that all of the Piscean things that I said and told you to look up, you can kind of go through those and reflect and see what Piscean themes here really, really resonate with me as an individual, who I am when I think of just myself, my identity, okay? This is a time where you are going to be evolving in a more, I guess I wanted to say whole, like holistic one to come out, but if you have Pisces North Node in your first house, then, or if you have Pisces energy in your first house, then this is a time where you could really be getting a lot of insights from the 5D, from spirituality, around how to work with your own self and your identity and your individual traits and characteristics. Okay. If you have Pisces, if you have those degrees of Pisces in your second house, the second house rules earned income. This is Taurus's house natally, naturally. So this is about laying foundations in a physical way. Now, if you have Pisces energy in this house, doesn't mean that you're always going to earn money in a physical way. Actually, sometimes that just really won't be the case for you. The way that you earn income are through the themes of Pisces, through the themes of spirituality, art, creativity, imagination, volunteering, charity work. There's a lot of philanthropy. There's a lot of giving selflessly. You could work in a church. There are different ways that Piscean spirituality is going to shape in which ways you earn income and which allows you to lay a foundation in this physical reality. Okay, so if you have Piscean energy in your second house with the North Node going through it, this is a really good time for you to be tuning into spiritual insights that you can use to make money. If you've got this Pisces energy in the third house, this is all about community. This is how you get together with like-minded individuals, whether that is a community of artists, of creatives, of volunteers, of spiritual weirdos, okay? Your community, if you have Pisces energy in your third house in your chart, like natally, always, naturally, then the people that you interact with the most in a local sense, and this also includes extended family, aunts, uncles, cousins, half siblings, step siblings, step parents, whatever, okay? Even grandparents can fall under this umbrella, and neighbors as well. Excuse me, lots of energy clearing right now. So confirmation burp for someone that there is, in fact, a ton of beautiful spiritual and giving and selfless energy. Like soul fam in your community could very much be a thing for you if you have Pisces in your third house. If you have Pisces in your fourth house, Pisces energy in the fourth house means that there's this connectedness to spirituality, to fluidity, to imagination, to artistry, to all of the things that I've been saying in this video already about Pisces energy. Look up any of those themes, fill it in your fourth house, meaning this energy is very accessible to you in your home, in the hearth. This was maybe a type of energy that was provided through your parents or through your mother or father. Siblings, you could have very spiritual siblings. There's a sense that, and honestly, when you have Pisces energy in your fourth house, this could also indicate that you feel the most at home in spirit. Meaning that your connection to source or to God or the universe or anything that is very spiritual or celestial or divine or even religious in some senses, especially if you have strong Virgo in your chart, then that could indicate that you literally might not have always felt as comfortable in home, like your actual literal home that you grew up in, there might have been a bit of a disconnect there, where there's a little bit of like an aloofness or confusion even around like what is home life. And that is indicated by the fact that Pisces 4th house energy is very spiritual. Again, it's not a physical type of energy. Pisces is spiritual, ethereal, emotional energy, heart-centered. And so with 4th house energy, and I can speak a lot on this because I do have Pisces in my 4th house, that there is this sense that if you're connected to source, to God, to universe, to spirit, that home can be anywhere for you. And the type of love and nurturing that you might have wanted from parental figures, it might have not been there as strongly as either you wanted and or as strongly as that sense of source, of God, of the universe protecting you. So if you have 4th house Piscean energy, then the North Node would indicate genuinely you can have a home anywhere as long as you have that source in your heart and you can access it. Woo! Okay. If you have Piscean energy in your 5th house, then this means that you are naturally meant to be sharing your creativity to an audience. I know. Pisces can be very introverted. They're not always the ones wanting to be on stage. However, don't we know so many Pisceans who are incredible musicians, singers, dancers, poets, painters, drawers, sculptors, ice dancers, and you don't have to say a word about who you are if you have Pisces energy in your 5th house. It naturally can be expressed through the creative mediums that you play with. You also could really truly connect people to spirit via being on stage and entertaining people through that connectivity to spirit. Hi, my moon sign's in Pisces in my 5th house, conjunct my sun in Aries. So if you have Pisces in your 5th house and you aren't performing yet, get on stage, practice, perform, get out there, because your soul and just the creative juju that brings in, trust me. For about the past 5 minutes, I've especially been speaking to lots of Scorpio risings, so just keep that in mind there, baby. Okay? Because Scorpio risings are going to have this Piscean energy in this 4th, 5th house area. Okay? Let's say you have Pisces in the 6th house. Cool. Okay, so you have Pisces energy in the 6th house. The 6th house is naturally ruled by Virgo. And what's the opposite sign of Pisces? It's Virgo. So if you have Pisces in your 6th house, that one, which rules errands, every day, like your job, transportation, going to the grocery store, getting your oil changed, taking the dog to dog daycare, or picking up the kids from soccer practice, or, okay, 6th house is, this is my job, this is what I need to get done, I need to do this today, it's routine, it's scheduled, it's details, like, it's having a plan and executing the plan. So if you have Pisces energy in the 6th house, working with Virgo energy when you think of this house can help to ground you a bit, but know that you are allowed to kind of completely break the rules in a sense where you might not need to create such rigid structure for yourself. You very well could do just fine, and actually you prefer it this way. You would prefer that your schedule be a little bit more flexible, a little bit more open to interpretation, that you're able to rest if you're feeling tired, that you're able to pump it out if you're feeling jazzed. Like, if you have Pisces energy in this 6th house, you're naturally also going to just bring this very ethereal and beautiful, right? All the Piscean themes. So go into your Piscean theme area and be like, ooh, what do I want to look into? Do I feel like this is, am I spiritual in my Pisces energy today? Am I introverted today? Am I artistic? Am I creative? Am I very forgiving? Am I compassionate? Am I telepathic with animals? Do I talk to the plants? Like, these, again, all Piscean themes. And you get to basically like bring this like Piscean beautiful energy, like getting very like moon goddess, okay, and high priestess kind of energy into your everyday. Like, people are doing their thing, they're running their errands, and you walk by and grace them with your beautiful presence and patience and grace. And it's an energy that, honestly, like, everyone kind of, there's a lot of like, let's get through. There's a lot of Aries energy. There's a lot of like, let me just do this when it comes to 6th house energy. Kind of in general, at least the way that I see it. I'm an Aries, and I've got Aries in my 6th house, so honey, I'm always like, let me get through. So if you have Pisces energy in your 6th house, please, please, please bless us as you go out and do your everyday thing. Please, please bring some of your beautiful Piscean energy, because it helps people relax. You might notice that. You might notice that people feel like they've been given permission to slow down and breathe and enjoy themselves when they are interacting with you, especially in that 6th house energy of like, gotta get errands done, You are like a breath of fresh air and a nice, cool, like a nice sip of, okay. This is for someone, whatever, say it. Nice sip of lemonade, or like an Arnold Palmer on a really hot day. Like, you're like a nice invitation to slow down and rest and refresh if you have Pisces energy in your 6th house. Very amazing. I love how this stuff just kind of flows out, you know? I'm a personal astrologer. I've been studying this stuff for over 30 years. I'm also an intuitive reader. And so sometimes information comes through that I'm like, this isn't necessarily astrology talk, but it is important that I relay this message. So just in case you want to keep on watching me talk about astrology, okay, it might come up. 7th house. Pisces energy in your 7th house. Ooh. So crucial for your love life or your business partnership life, or both. If you have a romantic partner and you have a business partner, because not everyone's going to have that, but 7th house is a house of partnership. It's either romantic or business or both, okay? When you have Pisces in your 7th house, it means you are going to be very attracted to. And if we're talking about this North Node, which is kind of what I'm trying to like also emphasize throughout this whole video, is that the North Node is passing through this house for you. It's a soul calling. It's calling you, your energy toward it. So if you have Pisces in your 7th house, this is the energy that you would be very attracted to in a romantic partner, and the energy that you would really desire in a business partner if you decide to have a business partner, if you decide to have a romantic partner. You need someone who has a huge heart center and connection to source and to the universe or God, right? That they are very compassionate. That, you might really be into artists. Again, so many ways that Piscean energy can express itself. So I'm just giving ideas. But that being said, if you have Pisces energy in your 7th house, then your partnerships, you're really important. Like you and me, baby. It's you and me. That sense of Piscean sensitivity, openness, understanding, creativity, imagination, XYZ, animal lovers, like you will want to be with someone who has this energy in them and prominent in their charts. So if you have Pisces in your 7th house and you know that you've dated a lot of Pisces or your partner is a Pisces, well, there you go. Okay. If you have Pisces in the 8th house, you have a special power of transforming. You have a very special power of transforming
others and even creating life that...
Like you are a heart alchemist. You can tune into the energy or energies around you if you have Pisces in your 8th house. And you can absorb and take in those energies because all Pisces can do this. They're a sponge. And as you take this in, especially with your heart and the emotional energy that you're picking up on, and your heart being that fine-tuned instrument to detect what that information is that you're absorbing like a sponge. When you do that, you are able to alchemize and transmute energy and create more life. You could somehow return life. Like, I don't know if, being an EMT, I'm getting that, but seriously, like, it's almost like a protector of that transformation cycle. Like you could be a doula, you could be a midwife, you could be a nurse in labor and delivery, you could be, someone that works with like tantra, or I don't really know. But there's an energy where you use this very powerful, compassionate, forgiving, gentle Piscean energy that you can transform or bring life through. Does that make sense? So also, if North Node happens to be moving through this house for you, you could feel a spiritual calling to become a doula or to somehow work with that being a connector of life. I don't know how else to say that other than literally learning, like becoming a nurse in labor delivery, or like helping that transformation happen from the ethereal into the living, or from the living into the ethereal. So this is also hospice. This is like working in nursing homes or end of life care and helping that transmutation and transformation of life. Because that's 8th house energy. 8th house is Scorpio. 8th house is all about transformation, transmutation, transitions, and life force. It is a very powerful house. It is where life enters. It is where life exits. I'm going to say that loosely, okay? But that's the energy of that house. If you have Pisces in your 9th house, this means that you could literally be a fantasy writer. You are able to travel far distances through your imagination. And so if you are a writer, it could be very important that you get out and travel the world so that you can take all of those insights that you've gotten and bring them into... There's like a work of art that you create based off of the experiences outside of yourself that you bring that information back into. So this means long distance travel, whether that's foreign travel to a spiritual place or to a place near water. Again, we're talking about Pisces energy here, so all the Piscean themes. Or if you're traveling because you're gonna go on a pilgrimage and walk across Spain or across Japan or whatever these pilgrimages are, regardless of your religious affiliation or denomination or not. Which with Pisces energy, this is spirituality without religion. Doesn't mean you can't blend the two. We're all unique. We've all got different things going on in our chart. But for you, you would either want to literally go and travel to faraway places that exist on this earth that give you a spiritual hit or a feeling of tranquility or whatever the Pisces theme is that you're looking for, honey. Or it allows you the ability to astral travel, to daydream very, very like expansively. I mean, even like you could get into remote viewing. You could learn how to do that. This is where you use the Piscean energy to go into other worlds, foreign lands, 9th house energy. It's also about spirituality as well and expanding your I guess your foundation. So you could, if you have Pisces energy in this 9th house, you don't even have to actually like leave your local community. You could just spend a lot of time in meditation and get really amazing ideas to write or create. Or you could come up with really fantastical, imaginative lands to write about. There's something where you get outside of your comfort zone locally in a physical way so that you can expand your horizons and create something really, really cool. Okay, if you have Pisces in your 10th house, and especially if this North Node then has been going through the 10th house for you, then this is your career. This is how you expand into the identity that you want to create for yourself in the world based off of the service and or product that you put out there. So, if this North Node's been moving through your 10th house, then you've been feeling called to expand in your career, maybe in a new way, maybe in a way that feels more genuine and authentic to who you are as a spiritual being. So again, we're still working with all this Piscean energy. But you would have a career with Piscean flow here, depending on how much Pisces is in this 10th house for you. You absolutely can tap into all of those themes of Pisces and apply them to a career that you make for yourself. This is very CEO kind of energy. This is entrepreneurial. This is like self-made billionaire kind of energy. And with Pisces, it would be very altruistic. You would be creating a win-win-win. You would be creating service or product based off of something that you enjoy or are good at doing. That's the first win. The second win is that it's going to affect others in a positive way. It's going to create a better quality of life for the people who would purchase your service or product. And the third win is that it would not cause any harm to the planet itself by generating and or distributing this product and or service. Better yet, it actually helps the planet and all of those on it. Okay, so we're creating win-win-wins here. In general, on this channel, this is what we're doing. Hi. And that's why I'm here, to help you to tune into who you are in the most authentic way possible, so that you can feel really empowered and excited to step into the person that the planet needs you to be. And if you are this person I'm talking to you right now, and you've got Pisces in that 10th house, we need you. 3333 on the clock when I said that. We need you. We need more services that are going to create win-win-wins. We need more products that are going to create win-win-wins. You'd also be drawn, let's say you're not the person that wants to be the CEO, but you really are very clear that you want a career woman, career man, then you would be really drawn to careers that would offer those same types of Piscean themes, if that makes sense. Caring for others, volunteer work even, nonprofits, ways that help the land, the animals, ways that help people with compassion, with forgiveness, getting ho'oponopono energy. Like, you got Pisces in your 10th house, you could lead ceremony. You could lead ho'oponopono ceremony, if that's your thing. But I can't just say anyone can do that, but hey. Let's say Pisces is in your 11th house. This is friendships. This is the, it's not just friendships, it's also your hopes and dreams. It's wishes. It's how can we take something really good and maybe even revolutionize it into something even better. So if you have Pisces in the 11th house, similar to the Pisces in 5th house energy, where you really are meant to be on stage and expressing ideas to an audience, you also have that energy here in the 11th house. But with the 11th house, this is the spiritual teacher. The 11th house is where you get on stage not to entertain the audience and to give them an escape from their everyday, but instead to connect them more to something that's going to help them, a way of thinking, a philosophy, a new product coming out, or a new revolutionary thing that they'd want to start to learn about because it's going to better their everyday life. So if you have Pisces in the 11th house, you not only would feel most comfortable in groups of people and friendships with other Piscean energy, or very kind, gentle, spiritual people, but you also have the ability to be this type of spiritual teacher. And last but not least, you've got Pisces in the 12th house. If you have Pisces in the 12th house, well, Pisces house naturally is the 12th house. There would be a sense of feeling at home here, but it would be very unconscious. Maybe you're aware of this, but maybe you're not. Because the 12th house is the subconscious. It's the unconscious. It's the house of hidden enemies. It's the house of psychic abilities. In some cases, it's the underworld. The 12th house. If you have Pisces in the 12th house, you just naturally are very spiritual and very psychic. And you might not even know it. Well, now you do. If you have Pisces in the 12th house and that North Node's been going through there, you have an amazing opportunity right now to tap into your subconscious, to tap into untapped abilities, psychic abilities. You have the ability in the 12th house to dive into your dream space a lot more consciously. So if you've been doing dream work, this is the time to be dream journaling. This is definitely a time to be asking, or praying before you go to bed, talking to your guides, talking to the universe, talking to God, and allowing, basically ask for what you're wanting to experience that night in your dreams. And then in the morning when you wake up, write about it and check back in. Because there is an ability for you in general, but especially right now with the North Node going through the 12th house for you, that you could really uncover a wealth of knowledge, of hidden knowledge about yourself, of untapped gifts, untapped resources, confirmation for... Whew. So, as I just went through all of the 12 houses here, talking about Pisces energy in that house, that means the North Node's been moving through the house that I just spoke of, or the neighboring house, for the past year plus. So we still have 5-6 months of insights available, 4 or 5 months of these insights available to us as a collective. But on an individual level, yes, you're going to need to find out what your rising sign is so that you can find out what degrees, and in this case, in this video, 0 to 8 degrees Pisces, because that's the trajectory. Those are the degrees that the North Node is moving backwards in, because the North Node and South Node always go in retrograde motion. So whereas most all planets are going to go this way the majority of the time, the North and South Node always go that way. Always. So take a look. Look at your chart. See which house or houses this North Node has been moving through and where it's going to be moving, because it's a slow mover, honey. Slow. We got time still for these insights. And drop it in the comments below if this helped, if this made sense in a new way. Maybe how you're planning on working with this North Node energy. For me, it's in my 4th house. And what am I doing? I'm moving. What am I also going to be doing? Spending a lot of time with mom and dad. Spending a lot of time with mom and dad while I rebuild. So that's my 4th house energy at the moment with this Pisces transit and North Node transit. Yeah, hope that helps. I'll see you guys in another one. Like, subscribe, share, blah, 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 blah. We'll see you next time. Bye.